Okay. Zuya, you can hear me? Yes? Yeah, okay. So we are only left with the last two chapters. Okay, last two chapters. Last two questions. Okay. Consider which of these following practices is good for health. We finish everything except for the last two questions, right? Yes? No? Did we finish everything except for the last two questions? The paper. Hello, this paper. No, 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 wrong one. Not this one. This one. That's two. Plus two. This one we finish everything except for the last two questions, right? Where are you guys in school? What have you learned in school already? Until when? The tongue. You? Experiment. Tropism. The tongue. Okay. Can you understand? What when you smile, what does that mean? Yes or no? But I already taught you what. Which part you don't understand? You don't know what you don't understand? I don't get it. What part do you not understand? Did you go home and read? Ah, that's why you don't understand. Okay. What what have do you understand in school? Can? Sure, yes, don't just not because you want me to ask you anything. Can really understand or cannot understand? Okay. So what can you not understand? What about it? The what the different tastes are, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But there is sensation also lah. There's like pressure also lah. But it's basically only there's also pain receptors there. If you bite your tongue painful or not? Yeah. Okay. What else you don't understand? You cannot just say you don't understand. There has to be what you don't understand. Calculation, but there's no calculation. The parts, that one you have to remember. What is it that you don't understand? Ah, okay. So for the tongue, you just need to know where the different taste buds are. Sweet is at the tip, salty is at the side, sour is at the top side, bitter is right at the back, and umami is everything. That's all. And then it is the receptor and the chemicals are the ones that it tastes. That's all. And yeah. Sorry, again. Yes, yes. No, different places you taste differently. But because when you chew food, it is solution. It will spread everywhere. Ah, but you will taste bitter the most at the back. You will taste sweet most at the tip of your tongue. But everywhere also because it dissolves everywhere. You can taste everything. Okay. Yeah, what else? Really, what you don't understand? I don't understand what you don't understand. Now suddenly you understand. You guys, okay, now one very important thing you have to do. You have to go home and read. You have to read. I cannot do magic. Okay? Can you do that later? Okay. All right. I know you all have a lot of homework, but you all have to remember you can't just like expect sit down there and then everything suddenly you know. Okay, can. All right. I will go through chapter one again, but today I want to do chapter two first. Then I will ask you questions about chapter one and two again. Can. Okay. Okay. Before that, do you remember all the things that we did last week? Yes? Okay. Consider whether each of the following practices is good for the health of our sensory organs. Explain your answer. Practice A, watching movies using mobile phone. Good or bad? Hello? Huh? Good or bad? This one. Yeah, the last page. The last page, the last two questions. Question 12 and 13. I asked you all to go home and do, right? Did anybody do? Yes, no? Okay, how about you all now take 5 minutes, pretend to do. 5 minutes, okay? Question 12 and 13. I ask you to go back and do. So sad. Okay, okay, okay. I ask you to go back and do. And send you on WhatsApp. Detergent is to wash the clothes, that one. 洗衣剂. Ah.你的老师用什么教？用华语教，用英文教，用马来文教？学校的老师。English, Malay. You can't understand or not when she's what is it you don't understand? You don't understand the thing is very hard or you don't understand because the teacher you don't understand what the teacher is talking. Which one is it? She do the experiment then you don't understand what's variable all that, is it? Huh? Then hmm? Oh my goodness. I did not connect. None of you told me anything. I was waiting. I was wondering why you all so stupid cannot see the board. Question 12, 13. And then none of you commented. It's not connected. My goodness. I was wondering why it was so weird today. So slow. I'm projecting it, what? Nobody told me I didn't connect. I was like, it's here. It's here. Ah, yes. 老师讲很快还是什么？ Okay, have you all done the question? Question 230, the one projected. Yes, you know. Okay, all right. A and B. B is using gloves to when using a strong detergent. A strong detergent is like dynamo, but really, really strong. Now, what happens is these strong detergents are chemicals. The chemicals can become corrosive. Can you please tell me what the word corrosive means? What is corrosive? Corrosive means can burn your skin. Can burn your skin, that is corrosive. So a strong detergent is corrosive. Okay, so using gloves is a good practice. Which one is a bad practice? A is a bad practice. A is a bad practice. Okay, why is A bad practice? When you're watching a movie using a mobile phone, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? Okay, is it good or bad? Bad. Why? Because your eyes will have something called strain. It's close or far? Close. When it's close, your muscle contract or relax? Contract. Which muscle? Can you remember? Starts with a C. Ciliary muscle. Very good. Okay, so uh causes eye strain, ciliary muscle contract to watch a near object. Sorry, not to watch, to focus. To focus and for a long time. Okay, so that gives you eye strain. Okay, what else happens? Okay, when you're watching a movie, do you keep blinking or do you watch properly? You watch properly, right? So because you're watching it, what will happen? Because you don't blink, your eye will be dry or your eye will be moist. Dry. Okay, so your eyes will become very dry. Eyes will be dry. Okay. Practice B is good because detergent can be corrosive to the skin. Okay. So gloves protect the skin. Protect the skin. Okay. Can? Do you understand? Okay. Okay. 13. The following statement shows the contribution of innovation and technology. Okay. Innovation and technology gives new hope with those disability of sensory organ. Do you agree with the statement? Explain your answer. Yes or no? What kind of disabilities are there to sensory organ? Are there people who cannot feel? No. Are there people who cannot hear? Yes. Are there people who cannot see? Yes. So people who cannot hear and cannot see, what can you do? Okay, so for example, people who cannot see far and near, short-sighted and near-sighted, what can you give to them? Glasses. People who cannot hear, what can you give to them? Cochlea, implants. Do you remember what is cochlea? The part of the ear that detects sound, so you can have cochlear implants. Okay? Okay? So, do you agree with this statement? Yeah, you have to agree. Okay, why? Contact lenses and glasses, okay, are used by people with near and far-sightedness. Okay, what else can you do? If you have nearsightedness, what can you do? You can also have laser surgery. Okay, you also have laser surgery. All right, you also have hearing aids and cochlear implants for the deaf or for the hearing impaired. Do you know what hearing impaired means? Do you know what hearing impaired means? Hearing impaired means people who are deaf. Okay? Deaf alone. Hearing impaired. I have found out your problem. I have found out your problem. You cannot understand the words, is it? Is it? Okay. Hearing impaired means deaf. So you can have a hearing aid or a cochlear implant. Okay? Do you know what's a cochlear implant? The one that you put it inside at the back of your ear, that one, to make it able to hear. And okay. Okay, I want you all to homework is study chapter 1. Next week we will have a chapter 1 quiz, a very, 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 very short quiz. Just MCQ. Okay? Can? Can or not? Okay. Then only I know what you know what you do. All right? Okay, each person take one of this. Okay. Okay. First, this is not in notes. This is your textbook. Okay, this is your textbook. So I just want to go through how your textbook looks like. Because your textbook actually very colorful, very nice. Okay, so all right. The first chapter we learn about your sensory organs, your eye, your nose, your tongue, your skin. Now, chapter 2, we're going to learn about, okay, chapter 2, we're going to learn about respiratory system. Respiratory system is breathing. Okay, okay. So your human respiratory system got a lot of parts. Okay. And then we're going to learn about the different parts, how air comes in, how air goes out, how there's two tubes inside, one for swallowing food, one for air, how how air goes in and out. Okay? Can. So you look at this diagram and you look at the diagram that I have. Okay, it's very, very similar. Okay. First of all, how many tubes do you have in your throat? How many tubes do you have in your throat? Two. One is called a trachea, another one is called esophagus. Esophagus is when you swallow food. When you chew, 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 you swallow, the food goes inside your esophagus. What happens if the food goes inside your trachea? Then you choke lah. Okay, so how does your body know where to go inside? Okay, so there are two tubes. This is your larynx. Your larynx is your voice box. If you touch your hand here, you can feel the vibration. That is your larynx. Okay, so larynx is at the top of the trachea. The trachea is like a pipe. It's like a pipe just for air to go in. Okay, now, can you see here epiglottis? Epiglottis. Okay, in your notes, the epiglottis is not drawn. Okay, I can draw for you here. The epiglottis is right at the top here. Okay, if you notice, the epiglottis, it's right at the top here. Okay, now what happens is, yes, let me show you something. Okay, everybody's body has two tubes in the neck. Okay, everybody's body got two tubes. All right. Just now, I just told you, what is this one called? Epi, epiglottis. Okay. And this is the trachea. Okay, so what is supposed to go inside here? Air is supposed to go inside here, right? If not, you will die. What is supposed to go inside here at the back? Food. Okay. When you are eating, okay, you chew food in your mouth, right? Nom, nom, nom. Then you swallow. When you swallow, this epiglottis will cover, there's a way to do it lah, okay? This is not 3D, okay? So basically, it will cover your air pipe so that the food only goes inside your esophagus, okay? This is very important that when you are eating, you don't talk at the same time. Okay, when you're eating and you're talking, so when you're talking, you need to breathe. So when you're talking, the epiglottis is open. When you are eating, to swallow, your epiglottis is closed. Get it? But if you are eating and you're talking, then what happens? Is the flap doesn't know when to open, close, never mind, I just open. So what happens is then food will go inside your trachea and then you will get choked. Can you understand? So in everybody's body, please don't go and think, oh, food go inside the lungs and air also go inside your lungs. So there's two tubes. Can I understand? Get it? Okay. So we are going to focus on the one that says trachea only. Okay. So don't have. Everybody is born with it. Don't have people don't have one. 受伤啊？没有啦，不会受伤啊。Hiccups Hiccups is when accidentally you swallowed air. It's an involuntary action. They will do something to the diaphragm and everything. It suddenly involuntarily jerks. It's just something that happens. Usually, if it finishes within an hour or two, it's fine. Only when your hiccups don't stop, then can be dangerous. Can show something else as a problem. Okay? Can you understand? All right. Now, nasal cavity. Nasal cavity is your nose here, behind here, this entire area. Okay, can? Now, is your nasal cavity connected to your mouth? Of course, the two holes up there. Okay, so what happens is if you have a very, very bad blocked nose, will you die? No, your mouth can still breathe. You can still breathe through your mouth. Okay, so nasal cavity, air goes inside. Here is your trachea. Okay, before your trachea, there's two other things. There is, I want you to write this down, pharynx, epiglottis, okay, epiglottis and pharynx. I want you to write the word larynx. Larynx is right at the top here of your trachea. Okay, larynx is your voice box. It's the one that makes you have sound, makes you able to talk. That is your larynx. Okay, can? So when you have laryngitis, laryngitis. Okay, when you have sore throat, laryngitis. Get it? Okay, now air goes in through your nasal cavity, down your trachea. Okay, trachea. What you must understand is trachea has special kind of bone. The bone, right, in the trachea has a C shape. Okay, this bone, the special bone in your trachea is called cartilage. So on your trachea got special bone like this along your trachea is called a cartilage. Okay, where have you seen this word cartilage before? Okay, I write bigger for you. I know you cannot see. Where have you seen this word cartilage before? People who like fish. Jai, where have you seen the word cartilage before? Huh? The ears, gears. Okay. Uh, your bone in your nose and your bone in your ear is softer. The soft bone is called cartilage. The fish, the shark, shark, you eat the 鱼翅 is cartilage also. Okay. So cartilage is a special kind of bone. It is to make sure the trachea is open. If a person hold your trachea until your trachea collapse, you die lah. You cannot breathe. So the trachea is open because the cartilage is hard. Okay, it's a hard bone, not hard like it's a bone, but it's softer than other bones. It's to keep your trachea open. Can it? Okay, so that's what's in your cartilage, your trachea. So after that trachea, it will split into two. Left and right, you got two lungs, left and right lung. Okay, the left and right lung separated by the pipe. So the pipe go in and then separate the two is called a bronchus. If it's two, it's called bronchi. Bronchi is plural. Bronchus is singular. You know how we say apple, apples, okay, orange, oranges. In science, we don't say bronchus, bronchuses, no. We say bronchus and bronchi. So bronchi is plural. Two bronchi, each one is a bronchus. Can you understand? Okay, sit up lah. You sit like that, you're gonna fall asleep. Bronchi is plural. Two, plural, plural. Plural means many. Bronchus is one. Okay, okay. Now, so left and right, and then they split even smaller. They split even smaller, smaller. This smaller, like a tree, right? Looks like a tree, right? It's called bronchial. So you got many bronchial. And at the end of every single bronchial, okay, so here is the bronchial, right? At the end of every single bronchial, there's an air, like a small little tiny balloon. It is called alveolus. Alveolus is one. Alveoli is many. Okay, it's tiny balloons. Very tiny balloons that bring in the air. So that's why it's also known as air sacs. Not sacs, air sacs. That means pockets of air. Yeah. How people hold their breath? I just hold up. Just hold their breath. You cannot hold forever, what? Nothing. The lung is already, when you hold your breath, your lung is inflated. Right? So you're just holding it up. You're not taking another breath up. You usually the contract of the muscle happens automatically. When you hold your breath, you're not letting it contract or relax. Get it? Okay. Usually you're swinging your hand like that, relax only. But when you're consciously doing it, you're holding it like that. Like that. That's what you're doing to your lungs. You guys wear yellow today is because today got practice. Then on Wednesday, how come you're not wearing? Okay, so it's not like special practice day, no. Okay, so go wash your face. You look very sleepy. Go, wash your face. Okay, go, toilet. Then we'll continue with this. Everybody must remember how this looks like, okay? Can empty space. A cavity means a big empty space. Nostril is your 鼻孔 lah. That's nostril. All right. So pharynx, larynx, epiglottis. Okay, now bronchus, trachea, bronchus, and then branch. So the outside of the lung look like this. The inside of the lungs is millions and millions of this. It's very tiny. A lot. Okay. So this here and here And all these tubes are exactly like a straw, 没有血的, it's a straw. It's like it's like a straw like that. There's no blood. Okay? So all the way so the air can go in. The air can go in from here. Air go in, go in, go in, go in, all the way to to the bubble. It's exactly like a tiny balloon. So it's like millions and millions and millions of tiny balloons. So these tiny balloons is bringing the air inside, oxygen inside. Who wants the oxygen? Carries the oxygen in your body, your blood. So what happens is this little ball thing is your alveolus. Alveoli is plural, alveolus is singular. So this ball thing is your alveolus. Every single one is connected, is surrounded by a blood capillary. Do you know what's blood capillary? 血管. Yes, blood capillary. Blood capillary is a big or small blood vessel. Do you know you got three blood vessels? Okay, rewind. Okay, you got three blood vessel. Blood vessels is 血管 ah. Okay, you know what's that, right? Okay, there are three kinds of blood vessels. The biggest one that's coming out from your heart is called artery. The big one that is going back into your heart is called vein. So these two are big. The small, tiny ones are called capillaries. So the blood vessel is the one that carries blood around your heart. Okay? Right. The blood vessel carries blood around your from your heart to the whole body and back. But the capillary is very, very thin. Okay, I know it's very hard for you to imagine, but if I scratch you, got blood come out, right? All right. But what you must understand is every single part of your body is one layer of cell, one layer of blood capillary, one layer of cell, one layer of blood capillary. It looks like this. All right. You have very, very big blood vessels, and then in between the blood vessels, there are small capillaries like that. Capillaries are very, very thin, but there are big blood vessels called the artery and vein. Okay, if I scratch you like that and you start to bleed, what is the one that is broken? Capillary or artery? Capillary. If your artery break, what happens? It's artery is big 血管, everything will come out. Okay, can you imagine? All right. Now I want to, yeah. What if your vein is damaged? Bleeding or internal? Like cut and damage or cut and same lah, you bleed lah. The only difference is the artery cut, the blood is the vein cut, the blood is but still a lot. It's still high pressure. How come they don't show you first? Okay, now every single layer of cell, there is a layer of blood capillary. I'm trying to make you see how it looks like. Okay. Have you heard of diffusion? Have you learned diffusion before? From one, from two, you never learned diffusion. Got or not? Hello? Diffusion. Have you learned this word before? 那个 perfume 喷了啊，从这里走去那边啊，你这里 put ink，那个 ink 会 spread 这样 diffusion。 有听过吗？Learn before 了，Form 1 or Form 2? Form 1. Okay, guys, this is why you find it so difficult. 你 Form 1学完了就丢回给老师，Form 2学完了就丢回给老师。Science is continuous，不可以这样的，所以你什么你记不起来？Okay, this is your layer of cell, and this is your blood. Okay, every single layer got one layer of blood. Every single layer got one. Can you imagine or not? Can you all imagine? Okay. Very hard for you to imagine. Okay, so how does the oxygen that you breathe go to your legs? How does the oxygen that you breathe from the air go to your toes? Okay, it goes through the trachea. Okay, so let's look at this. So trachea, bronchus, bronchiole, and then at the end here, there is alveolus. Alveolus is a bubble of air. It's all air, no blood, but it's surrounded. This is the alveolus. It's surrounded by blood capillary like that. So the oxygen here, the oxygen that comes from the air, go inside here, go inside here, go inside, will diffuse into the blood, and then the blood will catch it. Can you understand? Can you imagine? Cannot imagine. Like this. Okay? This one, this whole diagram is one alveolus. Do you remember which one is the alveolus? Okay, this is one alveolus. So your trachea, your bronchus, and then your bronchiole, and then alveolus. Okay, so the air go from here, here, now reach here. Okay, so this is this. Can you imagine? Okay, so now this is your blood capillary. Your blood capillary is surrounding it like this. Okay? Now, your blood and your alveolus cannot be like this. Yeah? Okay? Your blood and your capillary cannot be like this. Why? If it's like this, 就是讲哦，你呼吸哦就全部喷血。你呼吸你有喷血吗？No, right? So it's oxygen here, capillary here. The blood doesn't go inside your lung. It's just like that. Okay, it doesn't go inside your air as trachea. So what happens is, you know what is molecule, right? You know what's molecule, right? Molecule. Particle. Particle. Do you know what's a particle? This is what you learn in Form 1. 怎么你们什么鬼都不会的？ is that's why your science is so bad? 你学完了就丢回给老师哈。Do you remember what is particle? Particle. Do you remember? What's it called in Chinese? Basically, if this is a piece of wood, the wood is round, solid particle. Remember not? Remember now? So air, the particle of air is like this. Remember not? Okay, so air, the particle, some of it is oxygen, some of it is carbon dioxide. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so the air particle go here. Here is full of air. This alveolus. So this is your blood capillary. Your oxygen must go from here to the blood, like that. From here to here, the process of the oxygen going from here to here is called diffusion. Get it? Okay. Now, in your lungs, this is the alveoli. This is the small, tiny balloon. How many balloons do you have? 1 or 1 million? What do you think? Millions and millions and millions of tiny, tiny balloons, all bringing in air. Can you understand? Can you imagine? It's like a sponge like that. So if I were to kidnap you, catch you, cut you open and take out your lungs and take a bite, it's actually exactly like a lung, like sponge. You know sponge? It feels like a sponge. Sponge. Mm. You know what's a sponge? Tell me what's a sponge. Sponge ball. Oh, okay. Not SpongeBob. Jangan. That. Your alveolus is like that because all air. Get it? Can you imagine not? Okay. I understand why you don't understand. You must improve your vocabulary, okay, girl? Can? All right. Okay, now, can you understand the concept now? Lah? Can you imagine now? The air go in, the air go inside, go inside, go inside, go inside the tube, and then finally, from here into your blood, it has to diffuse into your blood. Okay? Okay? Yeah.
So
Air is what? Yeah, gas.
it becomes liquid.
It doesn't become liquid. The gas molecule goes into the blood. Inside the blood, we have dissolved gases. Okay? Okay? All right. Okay. The other part of your lung is bronchial, we done this already. Okay, the rib cage is the bone. You know when you eat chicken, got this part like that. You also got that part, except yours is bigger. That is called the rib cage, the bone. Okay, so the rib cage here they draw at the side. They draw at the side, but actually the rib cage goes like that lah. Cover the lungs like that. Can you imagine? Can or not? Huh? Yes, like this. Okay, so this is your rib cage. Inside your rib cage is your lungs. Can you understand? Okay, now can you see this rib cage rib cage 这个是 bone 来的你吃鸡肉的时候，你有没有吃过这个地方？You all know what I'm talking about, no? Don't tell me chicken also you don't know. Human you don't know, I can understand lah. Chicken also you don't know Eaten before or not? This not the chicken. My heart very pain. I don't know what's going to come out. Not cooking. Ah, this part, this part. This part of the chicken. This part of the chicken. Seen before or not? The one with like that got or not? Okay. Homework is go home and eat chicken. This part. Ah, yeah. Sorry, what? You eat whatever part of the chicken you want. Eat lah. Nobody's stopping you. Can. What's the texture? Chewy lah. This a Malay dish, a common Malay dish is paparu. Paparu, the cow paparu what? Paparu is lungs what? Cow lungs is a common dish. Chicken lung is can eat if you want, but it's very small. Nobody takes it to cook. Got chicken liver, got lah. Chicken lungs is very small. So nobody takes the chicken lung and eat. People take the chicken lung, go and 做 sausages 做腊肠这么腊肠这样好吃。They take all 那个 spare part 猪的就有啦，因为比较大只嘛。Okay, rib rib bone. Okay, now you eat this part of the chicken, got meat or not in the middle of the bone? 有没有 Yes, there is meat in the middle. So you, as a human being, your ribs in the middle got meat or not? Got. It's called muscle. Okay, so you also have this kind of ribs that is covering your lungs. Okay, and you have, okay, everyone look at like this, ribs are covering your lungs, there is a front layer and there is a back layer. That means 有外面的还有里面的。外面的叫 external intercostal muscle。inside 的里面的叫 internal intercostal muscle. Okay, the name of this muscle, here, the middle part here, is called intercostal muscle. There's one facing outside and one facing inside. Can you understand? That's it. Okay, so when I draw like this, you can see. But when I want to show you the lung, 我切开它，你就看不到咯。You cannot see it, but it's there. This one, the rib cage, means it goes like that. Rib cage. Get it? Can you understand the diagram? And then in between the rib cage is actually got meat. What is the name of the meat? Intercostal muscle. Intercostal muscle. Everyone write it down in your notes. You have two layers of intercostal muscle. One is inside, one is outside. That one later. But just remember this word first. Intercostal muscle. Okay, can you understand? Now, diaphragm is one big muscle at the bottom here. Okay? Diaphragm in Chinese is called I don't know what is this. Okay. This part, there's a big muscle here. It's called your diaphragm. Okay. You know how people can sing song very loud, man? Then they say they use their diaphragm to sing. The one they can sing really, really loud. They use their diaphragm to push out the voice. That's called diaphragm. It's a muscle. Got it? Okay. I am going to give you 3 minutes to remember all these names because we're going to use this part here. Okay? Can? I'm going to learn the part below. Okay. Guys, you think chapter 1 got a lot of words? Chapter 2 got more words. Okay? Yay. Too bad you cannot drop science. Okay, I will slowly teach you, but you need to help me. You need to remember the words. Okay, I give you all 3 minutes to remember all these words. Diaphragm.
Yes, very well.
Yes, your diaphragm is one big giant muscle that separates the top of your body to the bottom of your body. Okay, can? All right, can you all remember the parts of the body or not? Nostril, nasal cavity, larynx, trachea. Trachea is made from cartilage, alveolus, bronchus, bronchiole. Okay, diaphragm. Can you remember? Yes? Okay, now let's talk about what they do. Okay, nasal cavity has moist tissues and fine air. It moisturizes the air that passes through and also traps dust in the air. Okay, here, if you go to, let's say you go and clean up your house very dusty, 很多灰尘. After that, you have a lot of a lot of things coming out from your nose. The reason is because when you have a lot of dust, your cells in your nose make a lot of mucus. The mucus will trap the dust and become black color things in your nose. Can you understand? Okay. Trachea, the outer wall is made out of cartilage ring. Highlight the word cartilage. And the inner wall is made of epithelial cells with cilia and cells to secrete mucus. Cells with cilia to secrete mucus. I'm going to draw for you what it is. Okay. Trachea, you all remember what's a trachea? You all remember what's cartilage? Cartilage is to the ring to make it firm. Remember? Okay. Now, what is this cilia and mucus? Okay, so let's look at this. This is my trachea. Okay. My trachea is like this. 如果灰尘进来，它就会进去我的 alveolus。我的 alveolus 很薄的 very thin。如果有灰尘进去，那个 alveolus 就会给那个灰尘刮到。Can you imagine? So when you're hazy, you get cough, you cough and cough and cough, you get infection, it's that reason. So what happens is inside your trachea got special cell. The cell looks like this inside your trachea. Okay, this is the cell that is inside the trachea. Can you see this? Okay, so it's not just a few, it's the whole trachea. The whole trachea got all these small cells. Okay, so this cell has a cilia and mucus. Okay, cilia and mucus. So remember just now that cell like that? This thing is called cilia. Like that, cilia. Okay, the cell. And then you know what's a cell, right, guys? The cell. Okay, you don't know what's a cell. I already closed my book and I go home already. And then another cell looks like this. This one produces mucus. Okay, do you know what's mucus? Do you know what's mucus? Mucus when you come out, that's mucus. So the mucus in your trachea, 如果有灰尘, all the dust and bacteria, it will trap. Okay, and then the cilia 这样子就 push the mucus into your nose. Get it? Okay, so that's the function of these two. So the cartilage ring prevents the trachea from perishing or collapsing so that the trachea is open. No need so difficult word. You just have to say keep trachea open. Okay, it keeps the trachea open. Cilia and mucus help to trap dust and bacteria. Okay, all the bacteria also it will trap inside the mucus. This is so that you don't get sick. So, 如果有很多灰尘, what happens to you? Achoo. And then, because all the mucus is coming up to trap the dust and bacteria so that it doesn't go inside your lungs. Do you understand? Okay. Bronchus 有几个？2个。And then after that, many bronchiole. Lungs is a soft like a sponge. You know it's a sponge now? Okay. So it has many blood vessel and alveoli. Ribs is a cage-like bone. Okay, that's the bone that's a rib. Diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle. Please highlight the word muscle. Okay, so it separates the top of the body from the bottom of the body. And then remember just now I taught you about this word intercostal muscle. Intercostal muscle is the muscle between the ribs. So what happens is when it contracts or relax, it can move the ribs up or down. Get it? Can you understand? Okay. All right. Dome shape is like that. dome shape is like this. So 你的 diaphragm 啊 diaphragm 它 relax 的时候 dome shape 是这样 curve， then 它是 contract 的时候它就 flat。 Can get it? Okay. I want to answer something. Okay. Your lungs become bigger. Your lung become bigger, and then air go in, or you breathe in, air go in, and therefore your lung become bigger. One or two. 你先深呼吸，然后你的肺 become bigger, or your lungs become bigger and then 空气进去，哪一个先？Lungs become bigger first. OK，你呼吸不用想了。Can you imagine 你做 math 忘记呼吸死掉？Got such thing or not? No, it's automatic. The lungs will become bigger, air come in. The lung become smaller, air go out. Then lung become bigger, air come in. It's automatic, involuntary. Remember? Okay. So what happened is when you breathe in, the air goes in. Okay. How does the lung, okay, this whole place, you look at this diagram, can you understand what is going on? This is the rib cage, the bone just now. Inside the rib cage is the lung. Okay. All right. This entire thing is the rib cage. The lung is on the inside. Can you imagine? Do you understand? Okay, so okay. What we're going to do is this is what happens. Literally, this is what happens. What is the muscle here? Intercostal muscle. So there is the outside intercostal muscle and there is the inside intercostal muscle. Outside is called external. When the external intercostal muscle contract, it takes the whole lung and the whole rib cage and it moves the rib cage like that. Okay? When you breathe in, the whole rib cage go out. Okay? Later, you go home, you ask your father to lie down. Then you can see your father's whole body go. That's your rib cage going up and down. Okay, now, so here is your trachea just now, right? Here is your rib cage, rib cage, and then here got intercostal muscle. 它是不是包完了 ？Cover 到完了 ，cover 到完 ，yes. Can you imagine? Cover, and then down here is what? Diaphragm, right? Diaphragm. 所以它 cover 到完哦。This entire area in the middle is called thoracic cavity. The place inside here, the rib cage, everything inside is called thoracic cavity. Okay? Can? I know a lot of words. The thoracic cavity, Okay, so this is what happens when you breathe in. Breathe in is called inhale. Okay, breathe in is inhale. The first thing to happen is the diaphragm. When you breathe in, the diaphragm contracts. Please write this down. That's the first thing that happens. Diaphragm contracts. Okay. When your diaphragm relax, it's like this. This is relax. Contract, 它就变成这样子。 Okay. Contract. Okay. This one is relaxed, dome shape. This is contract. When it contract, it goes up or goes down? Down. So it flattens. So this is your diaphragm. Relax, contract. Like that. Okay, okay. So now it goes down. Your first thing, diaphragm contracts. Your external. External. What's the name of the muscle? Intercostal. External intercostal muscles contract. So two things contract. Diaphragm contract and external intercostal muscles contract. So now, because the contract, it goes up or down. Your entire rib goes up. So this one goes up, this one goes down. Okay, can you write this down, please? Diaphragm contracts. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. Can? Okay, now from here to here, is the volume bigger or smaller? From here to here, the volume is bigger or smaller? Bigger. So because the volume become bigger, so here the volume become bigger. So when the volume become bigger, got more space, right? So the air from the outside say, 里面有地方去. So they will push inside. So the air is forced in. Can understand? Okay? Because the thoracic cavity becomes bigger. Thoracic cavity becomes bigger. Okay? Okay? All right, now breathing out is the exact opposite. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Breathing out is the exact opposite. Now, what happens is the diaphragm relax. Relax, it goes back up. So this one becomes smaller. And then it will push the air out. Get it? Now, at the same time, if you got external intercostal muscle, now you have internal intercostal muscle. Okay. So the internal intercostal muscles contract. Okay. So now the ribs are pulled in like that. And then this one become like that. So it's as if 你拿一个气球哦，这样子挤，这样子变大还是变小？小了，pushing it like that. So all the air whoosh, come out. Get it? So that is called inhale and exhale. Okay? Okay? Can remember or not? Cannot remember. You have to remember. This is part of the chapter. But this part of science, a lot of things to remember. Okay? So inhalation is breathe in. Exhalation is breathe out. Okay? So when you breathe in, you start from one thing. You start from diaphragm. When you breathe in, diaphragm flattens, but you put here contracts. Remember, the key word is contracts. So when you breathe out, it relaxes. Okay? So remember, this one go up and this one go down. So breathe out is like that, 变小. This one go in and this one go up like that. Okay? So breathe out, ribs moving down. Breathe in, ribs moving up. Okay? Breathe in, diaphragm contract. It flattens. Breathe out, diaphragm relaxes and curves again. Dome shape. Okay? Breathe in is because the thoracic cavity here become very, very big. Okay? So, because it becomes very big, the volume is big, the pressure goes down, the outside air can go in. This one becomes very small, squeeze small, the pressure is high, push out the pressure, push out the air. Okay? So air enters the lungs, air exhales from the lung. All right, I will stop about the lungs now. I know a lot of information. It is not my fault. It's not I force you to study. Okay? This is memang in your syllabus. There, you got intercostal muscle, you got thoracic cavity, all this. Okay, remember just now I told you about swallowing food and epiglottis? Okay, so when you're swallowing food, the epiglottis drops down, so your trachea is closed. So cool, right? So you don't die. But when you're breathing, your epiglottis moves up so that the food can go down. Can you see that? Do you remember? Okay. Yeah. All right. Before we end, I know you're very tired. Okay. I want to show you all one thing. Did you learn before? Did you learn before air got how many percent of oxygen and all that? Did you learn before? 有学吗？ Got 你们什么都没有学的，他什么都有学的，他去 magic school. Okay, okay, just to recap. Can you write this down? Air has nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Nitrogen. Nitrogen, yeah? It can become cold. It is not necessarily cold, it's in the air. 78% of the air is nitrogen. No, nitrogen can be cooled down to a very low temperature and it reaches negative 227 when it becomes liquid nitrogen. But nitrogen in the air is just air. It's a gas in the air. There's nothing that's like it doesn't do anything. Okay. Air 这个一定要记得啊。Nitrogen is 78%. Oxygen is 21%. Carbon dioxide is 0.04%. This is normal air. 你们有学过的，你们不记得罢了。 Okay? Can.
So only carbon dioxide in space.
No. In space, it's a vacuum. There's nothing. Yeah, that's why it's called space. It's a vacuum. It has a lot of, space. Yeah, it's a vacuum. It's the absence of particles. Ah. Okay, guys. Okay, this one you must remember. Next week, I will quiz you on chapter 1. And you must remember all this. You have to study. I cannot open your brain and put this in. Okay? Can? All right, I'll see you all next week. Okay, bye, dear.